everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Ragin' Cajuns will kick this away to get us going. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Fired into a tight window and picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Going to take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but they take it into the end zone. They're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Oregon offense will take over. First and 10.
Powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Handoff from the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big wins like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Breaking free at midfield. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
He's tackled at the 31. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. It's second down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
He's swarmed by the defense.
5-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Well, Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here comes a handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down. They're going to throw the football. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. The shotgun running play call. And that one produces a decent gain. Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Hits the running back in the flat. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
He'll take a deep shot. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Looking for some space. It's Griffin. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And he's got his man open downfield. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Tackle on the play at the 29-yard line. Second down coming up.
Getting set. Here's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made on the out route. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's third down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Tries to get it to the running back. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He hands it off from the gun. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's second down here. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Raging Cajuns with first and 10 here. It's a shotgun run call. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. At the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Lining up to try the extra point.
Is on for the extra point.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead.
That makes the score Oregon 14, Louisiana 7.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Really good patience here from the back, and anytime you have a big gain like this, that means the receivers are doing their job as well at that second and third level of the defense, picking up some bigger blocks and helping them get even more yards.
Defense is coming after him. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Looking for his big tight end. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's hit as he throws it. The ball is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
They'll run it from the gun. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
A gain makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught near the sticks. It's Griffin. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The Raging Cajuns will have to punt this one away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. When he's got some space here. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. An inside give now from the shotgun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
It's third down for the offense. Close to the tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
Ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. The Ducks will try to keep this drive moving.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Catch made by the tight end. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And the Ducks hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. In the red area, it's Griffin. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to pass here on second down. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
He finds the running back in the flat. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. And they get the second half started with a running play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Inside the 20. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
The Raging Cajuns looking to keep this drive moving.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Past the 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. Quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
No problem with PAT right down the middle.
Louisiana, 7.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. A quick juke to get free. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Keeping it on the ground here. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Come on, set.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Crucial third down play right here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Going the other way, can they catch him? At the 30, past the 20, crosses the 10. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
They're going to run it here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, everybody in the stadium, including this defense, knew they were going to run the football just to get it away from the shadow of their own goal line. What's amazing is they were able to pop a big run like that. And if you're the defensive coordinator, it's got to be one of the most frustrating things. But let's give credit to the offense. They blocked it well and made it happen.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. No chance to catch him.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
14.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Pulls it in. It's Griffin. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
New center downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Here's the toss play now, running left. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, Oregon. And the route is on. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. So they find the reliable tight end, and he makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, and a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT.
Louisiana, 21.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Griffin.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Running back with the football. The Ducks look to keep this drive moving.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The tight end has got it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Martin out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 42, Louisiana 21.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Handoff in a single back formation. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Using his legs. It's Griffin. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
We're on TV. Make some noise. It's third down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Touchdown, Ducks. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Louisiana 21.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Second down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What in the heck was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
Point after, up and good.
Louisiana 28.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing...
And he lobs it deep down the middle. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And they hand it off to the back. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. This offense is still clicking. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He shreds the tackle. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds. The clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion, and they do it for a second time. Quarterback drops back. He's got it. A fourth down conversion. The drive stays alive.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit. Sticks for the first down.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Toss play to the outside. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Plenty of time back there in the pocket. He's going to throw to the right.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The offense really clicking here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Hunter takes the toss, runs to his left. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense really clicking. Now the important point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
56, Louisiana, 35.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback to start at the 25. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked. They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Looking for his back. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. The Raging Cajuns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Lets it go quickly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Intercepted in the end zone.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock. Instead, throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
And looking to throw now on first down. Tries to get it to the running back. Catch made on the left side. The tackle is made, the clock runs out, and that will do it. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.